What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about my feelings on Brave Exvius as well as other things, because a lot of you guys have been asking me questions. What is going on, man? You seem a little bit more down than usual. So we're going to try to maybe touch on some of that stuff too. Who knows? But we're going to keep this predominantly about Ffbe and kind of sort of that sort of thing. So thanks, guys, for coming and hang out, spend a little bit of time here today. We're talking about my feelings once again on Ffbe as well as other things as well. And thank you guys so much for the support over there on Patreon as well as YouTube sponsors. I know I say that every video and you guys have probably already skipped over it, but those of you who haven't skipped over it, sorry if it gets dull, but I really do appreciate that support. I can't do stuff without that little bit of support that I get, and it's growing every month and it helps out so much, especially in these sort of times. So let's talk about Ffbe. Let's start with that right now. Where am I at with Ffbe? Well, we did get the announcement of Neo Visions, right? Neo Visions, very strong, much wow, so good, power creep. But it's not just power creep, right? It's just irrelevancy is really what it comes down to, right? Part of my job, because this is what I do on YouTube, a lot of it, because it's gacha game related, is to deal with units. A lot of people come here for opinions on units, right? Because you value my opinion. Very cool. I appreciate that. Built some trust up with the community. That's probably why people value it. That's why you guys keep coming back, because it's an open-minded discussion. Why you might like it, why you might not like it, whether my opinion of whether it's worth pulling for based on other things, etc., etc. But when Neo Visions came out, literally, and this is going to shoot myself in the foot saying this, my opinion on pretty much every damage dealer until Neo Visions comes out is going to be the same. They're not worth it. Unless you want that character just to have that character, right? Because we've been in that meta for a long time. We're in the meta of you can use kind of whoever you want. You don't really need to upgrade anything. You can beat content however you want, with whatever damage dealer you want, right? Are there going to be better damage than other ones? Yes. There are going to be certain units, especially like something like Dark Visions, where they're going to be better because of how Dark Visions is constructed, right? I said my piece on that yesterday. It favors Aurora Ray chaining and whoever can do the biggest damage on turn 1 or 2. Yes, for sure. But if you compare that to the strength of Neo Vision units, we're going to go over the Neo Vision unit that everyone in JP got for free, which is, in my opinion, the best one. You can really kind of see how crazy irrelevant it is for me to talk about damage dealers in Ffbe, right? That's how I've kind of like, I haven't really like teetered off, but it feels like the answer for every character for me is going to be the same. It feels like it doesn't matter what character it is, it's going to be, if you like the character because they look cool, right? You're a fan of Axstar, or you're a fan of Soul, or you're a fan of this guy or that guy or whatever, this collab unit, that collab unit, whatever, pull on it. If you're looking for power, I don't care how strong they are. They're never going to be nearly as strong as any Neo Vision character ever. So, and that's where I kind of feel like I shoot myself in the foot thinking about it, and it kind of drags me down a little bit, because that's predominantly what this channel is about, right? There's some trial guides and stuff. We talk about future and sneak peeks and stuff of that nature. But and I think a lot of you guys are that way the same too, right? That's just how it is. That's just how it is in the world of War of the Visions. That's another topic of Brave Exvius. Right now is this Neo Vision thing, right? We know it's coming. It's not going to not come to global. We know it's coming at some point. I did in my piece think that they're going to have to bring it out earlier because of these feelings that I have right now. It's how everyone else feels. Why pull for any character? So let's talk about why or why not. We're going to be looking at characters this way, and I'll give you a good example. So the free Neo Vision character that everyone in JP got, we'll probably get it in Global too. Who knows? Even if we don't, Tifa's so freaking old that a lot of you guys are going to have copies of Tifa left, right, front, and center flying on every orifice. This is Tifa, the Neo Vision character, right? If you get 4 of her, you get her STMR, then her event comes out, you buy more of her unit shards, and you get her Brave Shift form, which is going to be this Tifa. She'll Brave Shift, boom, you can come in, bam, tug that glove up, ready to go, right? Get in there, like, I would say Optimus Prime, but that doesn't make any sense because Optimus Prime doesn't wear gloves, he's a robot. Anyway, you come in here, Brave Shift, and what does the Brave Shift form of Tifa do? So Brave Shift Tifa comes in with some very strong skills, notably these skills right here. This is all she needs. Now let's talk about how broken she is. So triple limit, right? Is her TCAS. This allows her to TCAS skills that they don't highlight right now because I have auto translate on, so we can talk about the character skills here. We have some cool stuff that she does also gain in addition to her broken thing, and the broken thing will be last. So we have Meteor Crush, 72 times mod to one enemy, Stardust Ray. Let's talk about that. This isn't even why she's good, okay? If this isn't a solid reason as to why talking about any unit that's a damage dealer in this game is irrelevant right now, this is one of the worst parts of her kit, if not the worst part in her kit. It is a 72 times mod chaining skill that she can triple cast, and that's just the base version. Compare that to anything else we have right now. Who cares about what we have right now? The worst part of this character's kit is better than anything else we have for a chainer right now. 72 times mod, you can triple cast Stardust Ray. Let's talk about why she's really good. So we have Zangan style Spiritual Unity. 300% attack buff. Amazing. For 4 turns. Gives her 15 LB gauge crystals and imbues her with water for 4 turns. So she's got a water imbue tied to an attack buff with an LB gauge increase. Amazing. Then we have Fighting Awakening. This is going to be her Magnus style ability. 2 uses per battle. So you can only use it 2 times. Let's see what it does. Increases limit burst damage by 250% for 4 turns. Any sort of limit burst damage buff we see nowadays is like 100, 150%. We've even seen some 200 and something percent LB damage buffs. 250 is really out there, but those are all last like 2 turns, right? So you use it and then you get the LB damage buff for the next turn and then it's gone. This one is 4 turns, which means she can cast this 2 times in a battle, which means you get 8 turns of LB damage up from this Magnus ability. And the LB damage buff can't be dispelled. On top of that, the same skill here is a 120% water imperil. So she's got a water imbue, 300% attack buff, 250% LB damage buff. Insane. Insane. But she can triple cast, so her other 2 things that she can triple cast, you use the spiritual style, you use the LB damage buff, and you have, if you run out of this LB damage buff, the enemy still hasn't died for some reason, she still has a 150%, no cooldown, costs 38 MP, 150% LB damage buff that you can just spam every other turn. You can just use this and then limit burst, use this and limit burst. Then, on top of that, she has mitigate damage taken by 75% for 2 turns to the caster, also can't be dispelled. So, you can attack buff, water imbue, give yourself LB gauge, 250% LB damage buff, 120% water imperil, and give yourself a 75% damage mitigation buff, all in the same turn because she has triple cast with just base triple cast. You can do this whenever you want to set up. You just do this. And then if that's not enough for you, right, you can also do an 80% defense break for 2 turns and a 120% water imperil for 2 turns as well. The weakest part of her kit is still insane. So what does her limit burst look like? What does she do? Limit burst is an 80 times mod. Ignores 50% defense. It is a super easy to land 1-hit chain finishing LB. That is a raw 160 times modifier limit burst. With a 300% attack buff, 250% LB damage. And she has her own water imbue, so she can use whatever weapons you want. She can use whatever killer weapons you want. You can put equip sword on her and give her all those sword limit burst damage weapons. And yes, that is an insane build for her, especially in Global, where 11 Super TMR, if you have access to that, is even better than it was in JP. And she has 75% damage mitigation as well. Her passives, in case you didn't know, she has 150% true dual wield. Okay, she's got 100% here, and then she gets base dual wield from as well. So she's got base dual wield. She gets 100% LB damage from her TMR ability. So she has 150% true dual wield, 200% human killer, 200% aqua killer as well, 6 times mod true dual wield chain cap multiplier, and a 100% passive limit burst damage mod buff, 100% LB damage. She also gains benefit from chain multipliers faster, right? So most chains build from 0 to 0.1, 0.3, 0.4, whatever it is, elemental, non-elemental chain. Hers start at a higher ceiling, so you can use a smaller chain and then chain cap her if you really need to do that, which isn't really that big of a deal, but it does do that as well. This character is absolutely broken. You need 50% more true dual wield. She already has 100% of the 300% LB damage in her kit for you. She's got 6 times mod cap. This is just an insane. She's 160 times mod, guys, and 2.8% women, or whatever it is that YouTube told me. Compare this to like Advent Children Cloud. You saw how strong Advent Children Cloud is, right? Take Advent Children Cloud, give him more than double his multiplier on his limit burst, give him 6 times mod true dual wield cap, give him a 250% LB damage buff, give him a 300% attack buff, give him 75% damage mitigation, and give him 120% imperil on demand, all at the same time, all in the same skill. And keep in mind, her LB only costs 20 crystals, and what do we say? This thing that helps her set up also gives her 15 of that 20. She only needs 5 more LB crystals from something every turn. You just do this boom, do this boom, do this boom. The one downside is that it's also kind of not a downside. Her Brave Shift, like other characters, isn't infinite. You can do it on turn 1, it lasts 2 turns, and then she forcefully Brave Shifts out into her normal form for 1 turn. But that's also an insane thing, because when she's in her normal form, remember, Neovision characters, you don't have to, but you can make them use different gears for their normal form and their Brave Shift form if you want to. What this means is that you can gear up your normal Tifa for like 100% dodge, 100% all element resist, 100% confusion, and all the different element resist. You can give her everything in the book, just make her immune to everything, all elements, all physical damage, everything. Give her insane defense, insane spirit, whatever. She'll load it into the battle that way. She'll eat every preemptive in the battle up. Crazy, just won't even matter. And then when you're ready to go, you want to do that big burst damage, you'll Brave Shift her into this form. You'll get 75% mitigation, so it doesn't matter that she's squished. She's got 75% mitigation. You can have all your defense buffs up and all your mitigations, your physical, your magical ones from your other characters. You're going to live through pretty much anything. She's going to have good stats too, in her self mitigations. And she's going to do an insane amount of damage, the crazy amounts of damage. Crazy amounts of damage. So when I go, I can't think of a reason why, there's a reason to pull for a damage dealer in this game. This is one that JP got for free. We may or may not get it for free. Even if we don't, I know a lot of you guys out there already have a bunch of her, because we've talked about it on stream before. Good place. Gonna plug the stream here always down below and hang out. This is an absolute crazy thing. Like, this is nuts. Like, who competes to this? This is one of the first characters to come out. There's a bunch of the Neovision characters, and I still think she's the best one. She's got some downsides, as in she can't do an LB every turn unless, well, you entrust her, and then she can LB every turn because you transform LB again. So she's got all the self-sufficiency that you can do, but she can also just, if you support her like we support our LB damage dealers right now with team comps, she gets even better, because then you do the transform LB, untransform, next time you transform, LB and trust LB again, because remember the LB damage buff lasts 4 turns, so you can use it when you transform, set up, LB, get untransform, set up, LB and trust LB, good to go. Like, it's crazy. It's super crazy how strong she is. So that's where I've been on that front. It's not that I think that the game was like boring or anything, but it's hard for me to like get excited for any damage dealer that comes out, right? Like anything that comes out, I can't be like, oh dude, guys, this is super crazy, because super open, super honest, never lied to anyone. Every single time I've done a banner review since NV has come out, I'm pretty sure I've talked about Neovisions at the end of it, because that's just what it is. Like, that's what it is. I'm going to give you guys the honest review. In every review, it just almost feels pointless too, because it all becomes, well, they got buffed up, they're pretty strong, but why pull on anything? Why even pull Neovision units when they come out? I mean, just get this one. This should be, if anything comes out that this can't deal with, I don't know what content's in the game. I'm not sure. This is pretty damn powerful. There's a couple of units out there, but specifically damage dealers. I can't get excited for. There's some other good characters. I'll be having a video pretty soon, like the only characters worth pulling until Neovision comes out. And I know a lot of you guys probably already know who I'm talking about, because we've talked about it on stream. Once again, part of the community. The more you talk, the more information you get. And that's pretty much what this place is. It's a place for information. It's a place to talk about things that we enjoy with each other, whether it's Ffbe or other stuff, or just like your day or whatever. It's just a place to come and hang out and have a nice, positive experience. That's literally all that it is. That's all it ever is to me. That's all I want to build here on the channel. So it's super crazy, right? This sort of thing. Like, it's like what, like, it just feels almost, it's really hard for me to kind of put into words how I feel. It's redundant, maybe, might be the best word. If every review for every damage dealer is going to be the same thing, like, how many, like, I feel like I'm just going to like bore you guys with, here's this here's the same song and dance. Yeah, they're better, but Neo Visions, I don't care, blah, blah, blah. Not every banner review is going to be like that, but every banner review with the damage dealer is going to be like that. But anyway, so that has been that part of it. And the other thing, I was kind of like burnt myself out on doing a bunch of stuff. You know, I've been covering Ffbe, been covering War of the Visions, had this awesome sponsorship with Amazon that you might be seeing. You know, I did that video for Amazon coins, which was cool. I don't take a lot of sponsors, but I did take that one because I enjoy Amazon. And to be frank with you, especially right now with what's going on with the economy and stuff, I really actually just needed that money. So I took it because of all of those reasons. I did the one with Amazon before, and I kind of burnt myself out because I was working so hard on FFBE as well as War of the Visions and streaming and all this other stuff. I was working left, right, front, and center. I kind of got through this disheartening experience too, right? Because of how everything kind of flopped. I don't know if you know it or not. Like, the economy is real shit right now. A lot of you guys, you know, we've had that conversation. A lot of people hanging out on Discord, or a lot of people hanging out on Twitch and stuff. And I want to continue doing my stuff because it provides a place for you to come out and relax and hang out and just get it out of your head for a couple hours even, or whatever, you know. And it's a great thing, but and it's hard for me to just have this super cool smile because I'm affected by it too. I work from home. This is what I do for a career. But with the economy going to crap, the main way that I get supported right now is YouTube ad revenue. I don't do a whole bunch of sponsorships. You know, the last time I had a sponsorship before Amazon for a big one was Amazon, like a year or something before that. So prices are determined based on this auction thing that they do. And apparently those have just gone down. And I was doing super awesome. I was putting my work in, and this is kind of like me. It has nothing to do with FFB. I was putting my work in. Views, the channel was doing super strong. 50-60% higher views, more interaction, all the super cool stuff. Super awesome. 50-60% higher views, and I was making half the amount of money that I would made before the channel started going off, because we're doing War of the Visions and doing multiple videos. There was months where I did like 40-something videos. 40-something videos almost in a single month. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of editing. That's a lot of recording. That's a lot of cool. I burned my ass off. We got a lot of views. It was super awesome. Made half the amount of money than I did the previous 3 months. It was crazy. You know, I don't like talking about it, but I had to bring it up because that was like a depressing sort of, why am I fucking bothering with this right now sort of thing. That's just where I was. And it kind of burnt me out even faster, right? Because I got burnt out not only because I was doing so much work, but then I got mentally and emotionally burnt out because I did all this work and there was no payoff, there was no reward. So that's kind of where that was as well. And then on top of that, you know, in the last week or whatever, there's been a lot of stupid going on in the world that just makes me upset and makes me very angry. I don't want to bring it up. I don't want to go into details because I don't know how YouTube deals with that. I don't want to wake up to like a band channel because we talked about certain things, but you know what I'm talking about. Pisses me off. I'm super upset. And I've cussed so many times that I'm gonna have to edit them out. Maybe, I have no idea. I have no idea, dude. But you know what I'm talking about. And I just want people to be safe. I want people to have a good spot to hang out and be in, and just chill, So that's what the goal of the channel has always been. Information as well as friendship, and just a non-aggressive, nice place to be. You know, just chill, speak your mind, speak your piece, enjoy your day, make your day a little bit better, and then you can go on your way when you're done. And that's all it's ever been. So that's what it is. That's where I'm kind of recuperating, recovering, because it was a mental battle with myself, because I'm always someone who likes to improve. I like to see improvement. I like to feel improvement. And that one really, really, really knocked me down. And I'm very, very, very grateful for not having no income. I'm grateful for the ability to work twice as hard for half as much. You know, a lot of people out there, they'd be willing to work twice as hard for half as much, but they don't have that ability. They just get to work not at all and don't make any money, which sucks. And, you know, and that sucks. And thankfully, that's not where I'm at. And that's what helped me pull back from like, shit, you gotta... Come on, you got to wake up, you got to be grateful for what you have. That's where I'm at now. So I'm just trying to do that, spread whatever. I love all you guys so much. Hopefully you guys are doing safe. Hopefully you guys, you're able to provide to your loved ones and your family and whatever it is that you guys need to. And I know that's off tangent, and I feel like I didn't want to say all of that stuff, But you know what? I'm just a person too. I guess I needed to get it off my chest for you guys and be 100% honest with you right now. But that's where it is. That's where I am with FFBE, and that's played FFB. FFB played its part. The world played its part as well into what was going on. But you know, we're always going to strive forward. We're going to be doing bigger and better things. And you guys are helping out. You know, when I see a lot of like people coming over from YouTube, and they're like, "I'll drop my Twitch Prime. I don't watch Twitch or anything. I'm gonna drop it here, and I probably won't be back." I'm like, that helps out so much. Or they're doing the $1 Patreon or whatever. You guys are insane. And for all the stupid, idiotic, evil people that exist in the world, there's just as many, if not more, insanely amazing people too. So that's where I'm at right now, and I'm looking forward. We're having fun playing War of the Visions. I know a lot of you guys don't play War of the Visions. You know, that's fine. If that's not what you're interested in, that's totally fine. And awesome. I know there's a lot of people who don't watch it. There's a lot of people who do watch it. They don't play the game, and there's a lot of people that are coming into the community of the FFB community from War of the Visions, and it's their first game. And I just want a place for everyone to hang out and have a good time, and that's what it's going to be. And more on a lighter note, man, I'm ready to go back in there once again right after I stopped falling asleep at 4 a.m. because my sleep schedule's super messed up, but that's getting fixed too. Don't you worry about that. That one, I can handle that. We get some sleep aid, go to bed, just like gone. All right, so that's that. Hopefully I didn't drone on too long for you guys, but I need to get this off my system. Holy crap, it's been 22 minutes. We gotta end this. Thank you guys so much for the support, especially you guys who come over and just do a little thing left, right, do the Patreon thing, do the YouTube channel membership thing. You guys are fantastic. And that's it, man. That's it. Hopefully you guys are being good to each other. That's all I want you guys to do. Just be good to each other. And I'll see you guys in the next one.